Chief Imam of Uromi Central Mosque, Sheikh Muhammad Murtadha Obhakhobo, has confirmed that he paid 6.5 million to regain his freedom after being kidnapped on July 9th. Obhakhobo, who also leads the Muslim Student Society of Nigeria Edo Delta chapter, was abducted near Ango 90 area in Uromi while buying food after prayer. Gunmen reportedly intercepted him along the Ubiaja-Ulushi road around 2 p.m. Initial reports had claimed police involvement in his release, but the cleric has now dismissed those claims, saying the security agency played no role. I got myself released with the sum of 6.5 million naira on the 13th of July, he told reporters. I was surprised to see the police claiming credit for what they didn't do. A family source disclosed that the abductors originally demanded 30 million naira. Obhakhobo also expressed frustration over a news outlet that wrongly published another person's photo, falsely identifying him as a kidnapped cleric. Upon returning home, the Division of Police Officer of Uromi Division reportedly visited him to gather information about the ordeal. The cleric maintained that his freedom was secured solely through private effort and financial sacrifice. His statement has sparked fresh questions about police efficiency and transparency in kidnap investigations. Now, this report is timely. So as at yesterday, the police were out talking about the fact that, you know, his return was as a result of police efforts, how they mobilized, and you know, they brought him out. But this morning, the man came out to say, oh, the police didn't help me do nothing. I actually got myself out. What are your thoughts on this report?
This is Nigeria, like I say. So anything is possible, right? So, because, sorry to digress a little, I've seen cases where people have been arrested, and then, so the police officers, they impose charges on these people that have been arrested. For example, they just see you on the street and then they pick you up, and then you now ask them, what is my offense? And then they can't really, they won't say anything at the point, but when they get to the station, they will now tell you to make a statement that they caught you with drugs and all of that. So it's a regular thing that happens in Port Harcourt, so to say. Yes. So, but for this case now, we all know that in Nigeria, once somebody is kidnapped, right?
Right.
It only takes the grace of God, first of all, to return alive.
Right.
Even after making
payments. Right. That's a factor.
Understand?
Yeah.
Yes. So it could be that the Commissioner of Police, as at the time, right, in the States, you know, is trying to, you know, paint a scenario that he's proactive. Do you understand? Because
while painting this scenario, did he think that the man would come out indeed to say no, that didn't happen, and technically call a security agency liars?
You know these agencies, their voice are much more than that of the civilians, right? So whatever they put out, that is what, you know, it goes viral. Let me use that word. It goes viral more than what the victim would say. Now the victim would tell the family members, or the family members are already aware that the ransom was paid, but the police will come out and make an official statement, just like they have, that okay, it was our effort that the man was released. Do you understand? So the news goes viral, and then the original news doesn't really come out because the man doesn't have more audience to reach out to. Do you understand? So that's what happens when it comes to situations like this. Now,
you know that the police all equally knows that ransom usually gets paid. I mean, you know, Goashiku just yesterday, Fulani Headsman rather was caught. He had 5 million in his possession, obviously kidnapper, and he took them to, you know, their camp, and 4 others were caught. That is about 5 of them, you know, in total, from people from his side. So obviously, many people that get kidnapped over time, people have paid ransom, right? So this is not an isolated case of this man paying ransom. It just borders on the fact that how do we believe in our security agencies, security personnel, and our security structure if the police and arm of that, you know, security structure, as it were, will come out to lie to the general public? Why do you think that was a necessary action at all? Why didn't they say our efforts did prevail, even though this man paid his way out? Why are we in constant denial that indeed ransom is not being paid.
To get total credit, because if they actually come out to admit that, okay, we intensified our efforts, but a ransom was paid, would you give them an applause? You wouldn't give them an applause. Do you understand? Because it was more like a 50-50. They did their work, and then the money also did the work. So that way, looking at it from a layman's perspective, you will not really say, okay, the police did something remarkable. Especially when
they cannot say we arrested the suspects with the money.
Yes. So do you understand? So it's more like getting total credit for this because of the person involved.